I like to use fluorocarbon. I'm a big believer in a 15-pound test for summertime down rods. So take the arm's length and maybe a half arm's length. Should be about 9 feet. Take a swivel. Number 5 or number 7 swivel, about the right size. There you go. I'm a big believer in the polymer knot. So you put through, double it back through, so you have double line through it. You just tie an overhand knot and take the standing end of the knot, put your tackle through it, loop it over like that. Always wet your hooks, very important. Draw both lines in, sit down tight. You never want to cut your tag line too close in case the knot slips a little bit. So I try to leave a little nub about like that, maybe an 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. Now you do the same thing with your hook. Summertime down rod fishing, you are going to go through baits and you're going to go through rigs, so make sure you have plenty of sinkers, swivels, and hooks. Same thing, double the line through it, overhand knot through the bait, wet it.
Now, what's the purpose of wetting it?
Reduces friction when you're taking down the knot, which weakens the line. The friction that generates heat, which will weaken the line. And you take your 2-ounce weight. I like a 2-ounce weight. Some people like 1 ounce. I'm the type of guy who likes to, if I put a bait down, I want to know where it's at. I don't want the boat movement to necessarily affect where I'm fishing. So you just stick it on. And same thing. Polymer knot through the swivel. Double it over. The overhand knot. This time you bring the whole leader and hook assembly through. Now don't try this at home, but when I'm lazy, I just bite it off. Fish a down rod. A down rod is really just a Carolina rig. You got your weight with a swivel. Right here you got the weight, you got a swivel and a 6-foot leader or so, sometimes 7. I always use a line counter. Make sure you zero your line counter out before you put it down. I like to put my rod in the rod holder, let the bait out a little bit, and get the bait down into the cooler water quicker. And then grab the herring like that in your palm. You want to stick the hook in its mouth and out its nose like that. And then let them down to wherever your graph tells you to put them. Which right now is about 30 feet, 35 feet. Always pays to have friends on the lake, and that's why you want to join a local striper club, so you have people to call for fishing reports and where the fish are. They move around a lot in the summer. You can't cover the whole lake by yourself. So having a lot of friends on the water can be a big help. You never know when your phone's going to ring and say, we're on them, we're on them. Sensitivity tuned to where you can see your baits. That way when you see a fish, you can drop it right to them. Right there was my bait as I was playing with it. Sometimes you have to get your sensitivity way up there to get it on there. I often run it at 98 to 100% in the summertime. Fish on! Fish off! Fish on! All right. There's a little baby striper. When you find fish on the graph like we did pulling the lead core, if you can't find them with your down rods in 10 or 15 minutes, you want to pull up and go and start rolling around and look for them again. There ain't no point wasting time looking for fish that have moved on. So don't stay in any one spot too long if the fish ain't around. Got to keep moving. Various other methods to determine your depth if your line counter is not working and you don't have one. I like to do it this way. This is a 6-foot rod. I have my weight at the tip of the rod right there. And I grab it, and that's 6 foot, 12 foot, 18, 24, 30. That's one method of counting down your weight. The other way is this is typically about 2 feet. So if I'm at 30, I can say I'm at 32, 34, 36. I'm seeing some fish on the graph right now, so I'm going to try putting it down there. Oh, there he is! And that's how you power reel. A little bit. There we go. This feels like a good fish. Nice fish. 25. Maybe a little bit more.
You in the net?
Nah, if we lose him, we lose him.
Yeah.
That's a good fish.